Usiafo kontonchi media so eni yamamwakwa ba kontonchi kasi na yede ebremu no. Na onimonyafo chema wuntumi ena afi EXIM bank wonsensem no. Sene akwa akosi ne ho nkrata sen nyina no. Kasamofo ema Honorable Kennedy akompre ko Japan abeka nsem bi a wode atodwa afa sansem ne sene na esi eboboba no eho. Na onimonyafo chema wuntumi ya santemontamu jomtenima LPP amanyoko no woni oman enya ne dendendenden na wadie efa EXIM bank ho nsem se wakoje bosiama wo mode 30 million Ghana cedi ema no na so de na wo mu hwe ni mu se wodi sika ne beye no wanfa nye ewo ho sabre no kasamofo ema Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan a opanyi wo ye enkane kasamofo Emma Education Ministry no Honorable Kwesi Kwate na Honorable Kwesi Kwate acheche ensem se ensemi abuboba no Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan ebisa chama wuntumi ensem na wasensem na Honorable Kennedy ebisa chama wuntumi no ono Kwesi Kwate no wanje permission anase wanje akonya mfiri Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan ho national wabeka emunsem ensem no wonu se waka ebeboa na wono no raise concern ewo ho sa asem no ebaye no no ho abemu ebia na se ensem ne baye no ewo se waka ho asem na ne videos a trending ewo social media no woko television so ama woko ka ensem a efa chema wuntimi ensem no ho na wase chema wuntimi ebra Economic and Organized Crime Office yokofo etunta efre no fa EXIM bank nsensem na ho busumi echemu me busumi ni mu no na ebehia se womo ebema ne bill enti party members ne ye de womo betimi bia se ne ebeya womo ebema ne bill na so na enye ye enti mpanifo a womo be mu no Honorable Brian Champon ena afi Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan womo ne be mu ma yenim sa asemi kwa bill no eba na wiye no na Honorable Brian Champon mom ena abeji aginemu ewa asem ne mu a wochim sa abre bia ne se court no ehia chema wuntumi a wono ena behwe na wode no aba wase Brian ma chema wuntumi bill ewiye no na ebehia pa se wobekwakoda mpanifo asenti wokosra mpanifo yi ena wokoda wo ase enti nkomodidie ekoso na ena Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan ebisa chema wuntumi asem efa EXIM bank busia womode amano no eho enti nkomodidie ko na wiye no wo hwe anu yi a chema wuntumi edemaye na wo hu se ensem ebedi akire ba no anhwa enye nika ewo ho enti Honorable Kwesi Kwate say asemi wonu de wanje permission every Honorable Kennedy Japan honom national wode nano ato asem ne bia wakasa afa ho yenim sisikei oman no foto anase oman ni sika enti akoba ne sa Honorable wuntumi woni oman no ena enya wasa asem no eho na asem ne beto ja wo hwa anu yi a chama wuntumi de emana anu ye no enhyeda enkoyie sa etwetwe aso ansha ehewa edibebe ekire no ebeya haw kase pa no no asem no ababa ye ne haw wase de enti asem no ababa ye ne haw ne se we criminal case ana aba ne sa na asem ne se ne esie kwa no ade na ni adane asem na dane asanso akwa akosi baby foforo na wote se lawyer Emma Chema wuntimi lawyer and the appeal kubi eden krata akwa akoto attorney general asoe ya wosrese nka asem no wo ntena se na wo enka wabra wo enkokot na trials bi anko honum no wono Kwesi Kwate no anya ne hwanwa esansa asem no wo ti anu ye free Chema wuntimi nchai wabra Kennedy bisa na asem no anu ye na wode mai no wu se de edi akire ba no ahwanti wono de ebesto gya ne de anya ne hwanwa kra ewo ho na court nsema a wo eka no wo se Chema wuntumi lawyer and the appeal kubi eden krata ebaye June busume ne de toso enum 5 June ni mu afeye mu ana odin krata ebaye a asempti na edaso ye title ne say notification of commencement of plea negotiation na se wo ntena se na kasem no wo enka na krata no de nensa ehyaase eye deputy attorney general eye Dr. Justice Rimsai wono ana nensa ehyaase na krata no wo mu gina oman Ghana ye constitution mra no eso section 162 clause 3 at 30 ana wo mu agina asem no so kan na nso no nkrata no efiri court ebeto odwa ebra efiri office of attorney general ana of Ministry of Justice wo bae no beto odwa June 11th 2026 na chese enanu ye wode atwemu ya na asem no mom ebeto odwa ma obia ehu ye penkrata na bae no wo mu aye bo wo mu kwadu aye bekasa accused persons no Chairman WONTUMI ene dikan inti Bernard Entwibu Esiako wanu na ye first accused Alfred ono ye second accused no eye Thomas Entwibu Esiako wanu de yesi wodwane a wo munya ehu no de ono tu to so miensa eye WONTUMI Farms Limited ene ye third accused inti per high court a ewo nkramantem no mu wo mu nsema wo mu de ebetu dwa no na akwaye se attorney general Dr. Dominic Akrutenga Ayini ne wobe ono so de betu dwa December bosumi ni mu afia echemu esepe wo mu hyehyemu a wo mu ye no wo mu hu se WONTUMI Farms bosia na wakogye ye no enseme edi echeba na so esanse wobu eye emra so aye agreement a wo mu koye no wobu su nioma hodo a waka se wo beye no enye sa nioma no ene oyeye.
But before that, you see, I wasn't surprised. I saw this coming. I remember when Chairman WONTUMI was detained by Yoko, and party functionaries and party folks were trying to meet his bail conditions. I think it was Brian who stood surety for him. At that time, even Ken was also working very hard to stand surety for him. So when he came out, he came to these very high-profile individuals who had attempted or assisted him in diverse ways, just to say thank you to them. And this conversation came up. But of course, I'm not sure I have the full how do you call it, the full approval to discuss everything that went there, that discussion that went there. But I recall when Ken asked him about some of these concerns, even the first matter that we just discussed, and especially on the issue about the EXIM, the response that Chairman WONTUMI gave then, it was a bit of concern to me about how his farms, the acquisition of the monies. I think they said it's around 30 million and around 30 million Ghana cedis, and the outcome of the farm. And it was a concern for me. I don't have his permission, neither do I have Ken's permission to bring the full details. But seeing the plea bargain, how do you call it, application, I am not so much surprised, especially with the prior knowledge or with the hindsight that I had. For me, let me hasten to add that, like I indicated, I'm a Ghanaian first, and taxpayers' money ought to be protected. There should be accountability. You see, if it was a case, initially I thought it was a business gone bad. You know, there can be instances where a business probably may go for loan to undertake certain venture in terms of whatever business that he's doing, and probably may have a challenge in paying that loan. I mean, those precedents exist where banks may even declare bad debt. Those ones can happen. You go for a loan, there will be unforeseen contingency, and then you are struggling, and sometimes you go for plea bargain to pay. But in this particular context, the charge that was pressed against him was a charge of fraud, which makes it quite very peculiar. In this case, it's fraud, and this is accused person saying that, well, look, I want to plea bargain. Essentially, it's a code of saying that, well, I agree, I want to plead guilty, but let's settle it. And I think that as a country, also going forward, broaden the conversation about recovering, monies that has been embezzled or that has been misused, whether by state officials, politically exposed persons, civil servants, or other things. Probably we should also be thinking also quite progressive, because I don't see the reason why, assuming without admitting that WONTUMI had gone to trial and probably been convicted and serving a number of years in jail, the state will still be taking care of him at whatever prison that he is, whilst probably he is pocketing this amount of money. So for me, I think it's the step in the right direction. Bring back whatever you've taken. You said you were going to use it for farms. Now the charges that has been pressed against you is that those monies were not used for the purposes.
But as a political party, what does this admission mean? I mean, he's running to be chairman of the NPP. I mean, this is.
I think it is not really even a matter of political. But first of all, he's an adult; he can make decisions for himself. But it has.
But to the extent that the party had accused the government of engaging in.
It's not really about accusations.
Witch hunting.
No, it's not really about accusations and all that.
They are prosecuting one of your
let me answer you in relation to the question about his chairmanship. You see, when you enter a plea bargain, before the judge will adopt say and make a conviction and make sentencing, you must also then plead guilty before the judge convicts you. So if you are criminally convicted, there is also a consequence to it in terms of even the general constitution when it comes to your eligibility to certain higher office and certain positions. And you know, trickle down to even our respective party constitutions when you are convicted. Because as soon as you say plea bargain, I am guilty of this ABC, I'm not going for trial, I'm going to return ABCD. The judge then gives a sentence. That is a conviction itself. So right now, you'll be treated as a convict. And in that particular instance, it will obviously has an impact, a consequential impact on your eligibility to certain higher offices, whether it's with respect to a political party, it's in respect to association, it is in respect to the general public office.
Okay.
And I'm sure those decisions, I don't think I have the permission of the party. Okay. I've not been briefed upon. Those decisions will be taken by the party, or maybe chairman himself may advise himself accordingly. He is an adult.
Okay.
Asemi efakwante sem enyansi honum de chire bane de edoso panti kontonchi media yeso ye manenso honum a yeso ye de chire update bi ebeba no ye de baba betumonim amamohu se monkoso na mundi ye chi wabra ye de update bi efa ma wontimi nsem ne EXIM bank ho nsem ni na no ye de baba betumonim. Subscribe to channel no, like video no, share more for any be and share. Afi notification sign so ya na wapo so send ya update be a fact kasi bon some be ya de beba no ubetimi enye bi a share. Meeting and mame AGYAPONG content media so any other mo sesa brebia mo shayen.
Wow! And the queen at Shidam Hima Metsuahu. Ubeka cho sama shushama kohunu SNG Electricals Limited Eniema papa nie enkania papa na etwa me ho ahia no SNG Electricals Limited ahanko a na enkania papa cables ahodo eniema ebeboa wo fie no anase hotel no ubenya bi ato enti se wo si wo fie no efri ahyase ebe wieye enkania ho nsam nyina ne kwan akania befa so abefie ho na ufie ho ayefe no SNG Company Limited and American for Ediama War. Pacho enei cables ahodo pinti enkwofo so mada pade no na ja to machine no SNG adwene wo ho yakofa cables papa ne ahodo efri US Europe and afi local ones enso ewa ha eno nti efri wo dan no ahyase ekosi se obewi asiesie fie na bontene ene ne dem ekosi canes ehon kania ne ho cables papa switches papa de pacho wo pa SNG Electricals Limited. Wow, eba cables ye what tropicals and afi cable metals different kinds different types ye wo pa bia de hia ne se wo beba ha main switches enso ewa ha SNG ankasa ewo SNG sockets SNG switches SNG lights na ye papa se makano na sanso na etie afa yemra fie wai o de cables ahodo ni nyina atwenka ne papa ne de abefie ho beda na fie wai fe na ye kama efi hall ho wo pe hall light papa nkane de siesie hall ema obi wura dem ho an yem hye ne ka se wa wura baabi hotel anase he pa cho benya bi ewa ha ye wo kana light ahodo bedroom light ahodo bedside lights ni nyina ebi ewa ha kyerese eba nkane a braha ye wo light ahodo a ebo dem ho no na fan esan so ka ho a kyerese auto light no a wato fan eniema ahodo a wa ha mintimi mubo ni nyina seba enkane a ho nsem so obetwe kane a ba ofie wa wonya problem benya cables papa na wanya nkane a papa enko kache fire enko fire jasihye bia mrewa eye SNG Electricals Limited akyerem hima de mabehu die mekoso akamfo ama se eba electricals efiri wodan na hyase se ubewie nyankane papa air conditions papa ne papa ede asiesie mu dia eye SNG Electricals Limited me pacho ubehu yen ewo Kumasi Dote Bola Junction ye ben Akate Farms me pacho frɛ yen ewo 0242 220050 ana 020 3392 333 SNG Electricals Limited, quality assured.